Hi, Bobby Palmer here with Date Like a Grown Up. I'm the dating and relationship coach for women over 40 at datelikeagrownup.com, and today is Video Wednesday. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to tell a man about the scary stuff, right? It could be your financial situation. It could be that your kids still live with you and they refuse to leave. It could be something about health. There's all kinds of things in our lives that can seem complicated, right? I mean, let's face it, we've got full lives and we've got, long pasts. So I want to talk to you about not just how to share it, but when to share it. And I'm going to read an email I got from Terry. But let me tell you first, it's really common. I get emails like this pretty often and questions like this pretty often. How do I tell them? So I'm going to give you some guidelines to follow. While every situation is unique in itself, there's some general guidelines that I want to share with you that you can follow. So let me go ahead and read Terry's email and then we'll get to it. Dear Bobby, I own and have read your ebook several times. Awesome, Terry. And follow you on Facebook as well. I've learned so much and I'm very thankful for your insight and willingness to share it. I'm semi-divorced, 49-year-old woman. I've had two not so great relationships, and she goes on to tell me a little bit about her past relationships. My situation gets complicated in that I'm not fully divorced due to my uncompromising need for health insurance. And she tells me what her issue is. I've not had any in any relationship of any type with my ex since we've been separated. She has her own business, her children. She says, it's my time, but I'm forever trapped by the imperative need for health insurance. Thank you, Bobby. I'm at a loss for wisdom here. Sincerely, Terry. Yeah, right. So this is not unusual. This just a little sort of aside here. This need to stay together for health insurance. I know a lot of you are in that situation. A lot of women that I support and a lot of the men that they date actually, unfortunately, have this situation. So know that you're not alone. Okay, how and when do you tell them? When you have a situation like this that does affect your ability, that does affect your dating directly. Okay, so for instance, I mean, this is something that obviously somebody would want to know. It does affect whether and how he develops a relationship with you. It's the same thing with if you had kids at home. If you have kids at home, it's something you want to share because it's something in your lifestyle and something that's happening to you every day. And so, yeah, you probably want him to know about it. So in this case, the when for this would probably be on the first or second date, for sure, by the second date. And here's how to do it. Just tell him. Just tell him. You know, Bob, I want to let you know I'm still married. We've been separated X amount of years and have no relationship over and above that. But he's been kind enough and our relationship is good enough where I can stay on his health insurance until I no longer need it. And that's it. That's it. You're telling him the truth. You're telling him the facts that he has a rightful need to know. And you're telling him what's positive about it. The man sitting in front of you, he's going to do one of two things. He's going to say, yeah, not for me. I just can't handle it for whatever reason. It's his ego. He had an experience in the past, whatever. Or he'll say, thanks for telling me. I can live with that. What do you want for dinner? It's really that simple. And for you, Terry, it's good. You'll get the answer either way. If you break this to somebody on the fourth or fifth date or something, then it gets really kludgy. So this is the type of thing I would tell quickly and I would tell directly. The second thing, though, in your letter is about your health situation. That's a little bit different. And I want you to know that I actually have a chronic health issue. And I had the same problem. I had to decide when to tell and how to tell. And I'm actually going to talk about that Friday night on Grown Up Girls Night Out. I'm going to share my personal story and how I chose to address it. But in terms of your health insurance, that's your health care and how it affects your life. If you're feeling good, and it doesn't affect your day-to-day life, then you don't need to tell him. You don't need to tell him that on the first date or the second date. Now, the third date or so, you're starting to make decisions about whether you might enter into a potential relationship, right? By then, before you make any move to create a relationship, meaning you're dating exclusively or you're starting to see each other very regularly, before that, I really want you to tell him about any chronic, sort of important health issue that you might have. It's only fair to give the man a choice. Just like you, excuse me, just like you want to give him a choice about whether to be involved with somebody who's still married, you want to give him the choice about whether to be involved with someone who has a chronic illness. And he's not a horrible guy if he leaves. He's not. It's just his choice. But be sure you tell him before a real connection develops and give him the chance, and do it the same way. I want to let you know that I have this health issue, and tell him what's positive about it, because you know what? We can always find something positive. And again, Friday night on Grown Up Girls Night Out, I'm going to share exactly how I did it and how I communicated the positive nature of my illness and how Larry responded. And not just Larry, but a couple guys before him that I had to share with. So I hope this helps to let you know when to share, how to share. And again, I'm going to tell you more on Grown Up Girls Night Out on Friday night. I really hope to see you there. If you're not a member of Grown Up Girls Night Out, it's free. I do a monthly webcast on various topics about dating and relationships and sex and understanding men and how to feel great about yourself and how to look great, all kinds of topics. Go to datelikeagrownup.com/GGNO, Grown Up Girls Night Out, datelikeagrownup.com/GGNO, and sign up for Grown Up Girls Night Out and join me. It's free. I really hope to see you there. Have a great Wednesday. I'll talk to you soon.